guys, welcome to Koshika and this is Dr. Mansi Tripathi. So in this video we will discuss how can you manage your 180 minutes during the exam by which you can complete the entire paper well within time and then you can also revise, right? Time management is a very important skill. When I used to give tests to my students for the very first time, most of them are just not able to go through the entire paper in the first go. It takes a lot of practice to be able to squeeze your brain to think properly within those 180 minutes. So you need very proper practice of managing your time in this 180 minutes, right? For this purpose, now when you must have started practicing your mocks, your previous year questions, please do make sure that you take care of using this strategy while you are practicing your mocks and your previous year question paper, right? Because if you are able to do this by creating an environment just like in your exams, then you will be able to do the same in the exams. You won't panic, you'll complete the entire paper and you'll be good to go. So without wasting much time, let's get back to the strategy. Now, I have divided the entire 180 minutes duration into different sections. I'll consider the botany zoology section together in the biology part, right? Now we have 35 plus 15 questions in the botany and the zoology part. So these 35 questions will be in section A, right? But in section B, out of the 15 questions, we have to attempt a maximum of 10 questions. We can't go beyond that because overall we have to cover 45 questions, right? So out of these, I will like to suggest that you go for the 15 question part first, because you will be under a pressure to select the best 10 questions. The best 10 questions in which you are almost 100% sure that you are giving the correct answer, right? Otherwise you should leave. If you don't know, you should leave, right? But as you have to select the top 10 questions out of these 15 optional questions, so I would suggest that you go for the 15 question, that is the section B first, right? According to my proper time management, when this entire slot is 50 questions here and 50 questions here, that means total 100 questions in biology. Out of these 100 questions, these 15 are optional, right? So if I have to choose the best 10 questions out of these 30 questions, I have to at least go through these 30 questions for once, right? Only then I'll be able to select, okay, this one is the best I can do, right? So for that, in round 1, you have to complete your biology section in 30 minutes. Yes, you have to go through 100 questions of biology and in 30 minutes. I know it sounds humongous task, I know it sounds really difficult, but it is possible because I have made my students practice this thing. At this date, today, right now, my students are able to go through 100 questions in 30 minutes. You don't have to do every question in 30 minutes, but at least you have to mark the questions in which you are 100% sure that these are the questions I will attempt, right? In this round, in this first round of 30 minutes for biology, you have to mark the questions in which you are 100% sure, right? And in the questions in which you are able to eliminate two options, that is you are 50-50 sure between two options, what do you have to do? You have to just circle. You have to circle the questions in which you are 50% sure of the option. And the questions in which you have no clue, just outrightly make a cross. That you will not come to these again. There must be questions which are absolutely factual, you just have no clue about it and you just cannot guess. So you have to not waste your time and you have to outrightly mark it on your question paper as a cross, right? Now, the questions which we have marked in a circle, we will come back to these questions in round 2, right? So in round 1, first of all, we will go through the entire biology section in 30 minutes. We will mark the questions which we are 100% sure of in this 30 minutes, right? Then we will move to the second section of chemistry. In chemistry also, again, I will suggest that out of these 15 questions, first of all, choose which 10 questions you have to do, right? Once you do these 10 questions, then you are mentally free. Okay, I won't do any stupid mistake in the optional part. Now, out of these 35 questions, whichever you are going to attempt, outrightly you mark those questions in which you are 100% sure. Once you have marked the 100% sure questions, again go for the questions in which you are either not able, you know how to do it, but you are just not able to understand why is the answer not coming, right? Or you have some clue, you are 50% sure that this can be the answer. In these kind of cases, you again mark a circle, and if you have no clue what the question is all about, just mark a cross outrightly. Okay, now you come and you have to do this activity in 40 minutes. Believe me, it is possible. If you start practicing right now with your mocks, with your previous year question papers, it is possible right now. Okay? So in physics portion, again, out first go for the optional portion. Out of the 15 questions, select the top 10 questions which you can attempt. If you cannot attempt, you cannot choose top 10 questions, just choose the questions in which you are 100% sure. Okay, now move to the 35 questions. This entire round of at least going through all the questions and doing the questions in which you are 100% sure and you are able to calculate. They do not require much calculation. You are able to do whatever calculation is there. The formula based questions in which you can give direct answers. All this thing has to be done in the first round for physics, which will be 60%, right? Now you are thinking that the time has been split several times. How will you keep track of this? That is why I am saying that it is very, very important that you start practicing this time management right from now. And if you are practicing this time management skill right now, then please be 100% sure that you will not miss your paper. It will not happen that you are not able to see certain questions, right? Certain part of the question paper you were not able to see even. That won't happen, okay? So just move to round 2. In round 2, we will give 10 minutes again to biology, and in this 10 minutes, we will do those questions which we have marked as circle. Right, we will, because we have gone through the questions at least one. So what is happening that in a subconscious mind, our brain has already some idea that it has to be between two options. So the question is already in our subconscious. All we have to do, we have to go with a gut feeling, or we have to make some intelligent guesswork, and then we will have to mark this answer, right? So in this 10 minutes, you will go through all those questions for which you had marked the circle. Again, for the chemistry part, you will have a similar 10-minute slot in which you will go through the question in which on which you had marked the circle. Now in the physics part, for the same exercise, you will take 20 minutes because it requires certain amount of calculation, right? So this 20 minutes you will give to those questions in which you think that you know how to come to the answer, but it requires some amount of calculation, it requires some amount of time. Then that second round will be done in this 20-minute slot. Okay, now what remains is another 10 minutes. This 10 minutes is specifically for those questions in biology, because see, please make it very sure that do not take the questions on your ego, right? In physics, sometimes it happens that due to some silly mistake or due to some very stupid basic thinking, we are not able, when we do high level questions, at times we are not able to do the basic questions, right? So what happens, at times we know that we can solve this question, but still we are not able to achieve the answer in the examination pressure. So just don't take any question to your ego, right? Use this 10 minutes to achieve the maximum score you can obtain. It does not matter whether you are obtaining the score through a biology question or through a physics question, right? So for this, you go for those questions which you had marked as a circle in round 1. You had gone through them again in round 2, but still you were not able to achieve any answer, right? For biology, I will suggest that most of the questions in which you had some feeling that okay, this is the correct answer, or you had some intelligent guesswork, you would have marked it in round 2, right? But mostly this 10 minutes time will be used for those questions in chemistry and in physics which require some amount of calculation. You know how to do the question, but you have left it for the end because you know it will take some time to solve the question. Okay, so use this 10 minutes for that. Use this 10 minutes to go through the entire paper once again. If you follow this strategy, you will not miss your paper. You will complete the paper well within time. You will be able to revise well within time, right? And this completes the entire slot of 180 minutes. Okay, another thing, it is the safest. It is the safest to keep marking the bubbles in OMR as and when you are doing your question paper, because that really prevents a lot of pressure in the end, and it really prevents a lot of mistakes that can happen in the end. Okay, and one more thing which I would like to mention over here. Okay, sometimes students, they are sure of certain questions, but in certain questions they are 50% sure. Like they are able to eliminate two options. They are sure that the answer has to be one of these two, but they don't know whether I have to go for it or I don't have to go for it, right? For this, I would suggest, please trust your gut. The first answer, the first option which came to your mind that this should be correct, in most of the cases, that answer is correct. Right? In most of the cases, not 100%, but in most cases, that answer is correct. Second thing, if you can make certain links, that is called intelligent guessing. If you are able to make certain links and you can intelligently guess, then if you are 50% sure between two options, then you should go for the question. There is a very simple reason behind it. See, now if you see that this will not happen for every question, right? But say if there are 5 such questions in which you go for this trick, right? That is, you are 50% sure and still you are attempting the question. You're not 100% sure, but you're 50% sure. Say there are 5 such questions, okay? So these 5 such questions, if somehow you end up messing it up, and out of these 5 questions, how bad can your luck get? How bad? It might get as bad as that you do 4 questions wrong and 1 question correct, right? If you do these 4 questions wrong, you are going for -4. But if you do this 1 question correct, you are doing +4. So ultimately, you are not losing anything. There is no loss. See, what I am saying that you don't have to think like this, that you have to do it for every question. But yes, for certain amount of questions, you have to go for this strategy. Because see, none of the toppers who achieved 720 on 720, it's just not possible that they knew each and everything in the paper. It is just not possible. Even a teacher cannot do that, right? So you have to be able to make intelligent guesses, and for that, if you are doing 4 wrong and 1 correct, then you are not losing anything. But if you are doing 3 wrong and 2 correct, then you are going -3 and you are going +8, right? And that makes a positive of 5. 5 marks. These 5 marks can really change ranks drastically. It's a competition between 16 to 17 lakh students. 5 marks is huge. So you should go for it. But the point is, you shouldn't go for it at the last moment. Start practicing this technique of intelligent guessing while you are doing your previous year questions right now, while you are doing your mocks right now. Okay? And once you master this technique, believe me, you will be able to achieve much higher score than you actually could otherwise. Okay? So, all the best. Study hard, keep working hard, and just go rock it on 12th of September. Thanks for watching and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.